And welcome. We've made it to the 13th of August in the year of the 2025. I checked the chat is working. Let's clickety clackety welcome to the circus. I can't spell today. Yes, there we are. Gooch gooch. Rumble, I see you. And Tubes, are you coming up? Slowly but surely. Maybe. Welcome to the circus. I'm your host, Phoenix Electra. It's Wednesday. I sew whatever I want on Wednesdays. Somebody thinks it's time to open up the concession stand, but not quite. All right, YouTube, you are super slow in the chat today, but I do see you working, at least from studio. All right, eyes good. Hello, Freya Froofers. Hello, Loki. All right. The cats would very much appreciate a full, they'd like some seats under the tent so that I can open up the concession stand for them. But somebody's got to show up on camera, and I should pretend that I make stuff and I don't just jimmer jammer. I actually cut fabric yesterday, which felt really good. Because so what do I have here? In my left hand, I have basically two two circles. One of them is going to be a top that we're going to attach that fancy yoke to, and the other one is a skirt. And I've been seeing this technique where to finish the waistband and they use inset two triangles instead of cutting it. I'll show you what I think what I think we're supposed to do when we get there. So I might start with the easy one first. Where are we? So I have two circle panels and right, because one of them we're going to cut down to sew a yoke on and the other one is a skirt. Let me pretend that I know what I'm going to do today. First things first, we're going to roll hem the bottom, get that out of the way, make as few cuts as possible so that the linen and cotton don't fray, and have a plan. So this is the plan. So first order of operation, move stuff out of the way and change to the narrow rolled hem foot. I am now, after spending days. Hello, butterfly. Welcome. I hope you are spectacular today and that things are going as well can be. Oops. Oh, but I don't know if you heard. Alibaba came up with this idea for this Not Real Blammo product that is a microphone not rotating over a magnetic board for holding your old-fashioned metal presser feet. So instead of being stuffed in a drawer, you can just pull the foot off at your workstation. And I wonder if a magnetized whiteboard, if the magnet in there is strong enough to hold the presser feet, because I'm going to be on the lookout at the Goodwill for that. Oh, this is a quick hire on the last few fittings for this wedding dress. Oh, I hope it's going good. Oh, it's going to be, you're doing great. It's going to be okay. It's going to be amazing. You've probably sewn more boning Oh no, they didn't want. Oh, right. You're doing amazing. Oh man, you're a rock star. yeah, Miss Butterfly was tasked with making a very very unique, but is going to turn out amazingly beautiful wedding dress. I'm just gonna scooch myself a little forward because still getting used to where I would like to sit on this chair and sew because it's deep. All right. Oh yeah, this was an old duvet cover. We've cut up one half of it. I still have a whole other section, and I think I'm going to use the bottom section with, or to make the skirt section our petticoat, what have you, with the one with the buttons, because on the opposite side we can just do a straight rolled hem and then sew some mismatched cute buttons because I have the stuff to do that and I would like to do that. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh man. I wish I knew where my what am I looking for? My little bolt that I use, this extra thread tensioner. I'm sure it's on the floor underneath the treadle somewhere super close, but I just haven't looked. But I hope folks are having a spectacular middle of their week. Things are going as they go, and yep. Oh, Butterfly, this is the first time you've done a separate underdress. The overdress is 3D French lace. It's going to be so pretty. That is going to be spectacular. Oh, I think I would have nervousness if I had to do all the fussy cutting on the lace. I do not like stuff like that. Sometimes it just has to happen. Oh, you're interested in this waistband you're going to try. Yeah, the diagram is if you take your square piece of fabric as the way you draw your circle, and then you just use the remnants from the four corners, and instead of cutting a circle, you cut just slashes and set it in like a gore. If that makes... Can I... Oh, don't sketch on my machine table. Oh. Yeah. Okay, now we've got a surface worth drawing on. Yeah, so the diagram, it was your square, and then how you cut the corners off to make it rounded. Oh, hold it up to see. Yeah, and then at the waist section, it's just an X marks the spot straight lines that I'm gonna set the short sides in. I think the waistband is big enough. I'm just gonna do it like in the front and back instead of doing 4 because that feels like a lot to gather in. And I'm going to have the waistband pieces faced. So I'm going to set the triangles, make a triangle sandwich with the skirt waistband section so that we can finger press it, fold it up, and then just add some bias binding or whatever at the very top. I think I said words that might make sense. Well, I will smack my knee, and when we get there, we'll see this will probably make a little bit more sense. I just really wanted to try something different this time. I was bored with my plain old simple waistband that I've been doing because I'm lazy and too. No, it's because I'm lazy. I'm just using blanket binding or giant bias binding and then stringing a cord through and have it a tie waistband because, I mean, it works. Ugh, but thought we'd try something a little bit more sophisticated. All right, can I? Oh, there we go. We do know how to operate our machine sometime. Oh, but I found that I have some varnish. I think I just need to take some oil and do a good clean. There's some like grody spots on the side of the machine, but there's some sections where it's just feel like it needs a little coat of polyurethane, but I'm gonna give her a good clean before I seal her because it doesn't make sense to seal in the gross grimy dirt. So that's gonna be a project I should do while it's super warm so that everything dries quickly. Yeah, so all things are good here at the circus. It's cooled down a little bit, which is great. Maybe it will rain, maybe it won't. Who knows? But I do have a snippet of green of some grapes, Concord grapes maybe. So I'm gonna start a grapevine, which will be also fun. We'll see how long it takes for that little thing to not be devoured by deer and make some grapes. We'll see. Right now, I am waiting for rootlets. Oh, that's so funny. It's been a while since I stitched with this rolled hem foot, and I forget how much I love the perfect rolled hem it makes. Because trying to put seam finishes around a circle really kind of sucks because as you stitch, your diameters change and it takes finagling. So this just no problem. I'm super excited if this magnetic whiteboard can be procured, how much I'm going to love being able to just plunk the feet off from in front of me and not in my candy dish of feet, because only the best treats come in little dishes. Ooh, let's see. Oh, you've got to fly. That's all right. Oh, you'll drop by later if you can. All right, have fun, hun. Oh, you are a seamstress butterfly. You've got this. Oh yay. Yep, never know who's gonna just flutter on by. So I guess since it doesn't matter now, I thought we were like, oh, maybe I'm gonna have a super long show because I heard there might be a show about a boat that was allegedly the docking was going to be tonight, but that has been pushed back. So we have some more time to work on our puns. I think, who was it on Sunday? Yes, because I saw the boat and it opened up my eyes. Now I need some Phoenix McFury, but that will just have to wait. Rolled hemming it is. So here's one half of this section of it. I've got 3 more of these to go. So I will see you in 4/3. Nope. 1/4. We got 3/4 left to go. 2 for each section. Same cut, 2 different styles. What I also need to do still is notch and hand baste the white tulle to the wrong side of the collar. And are we gonna just put some big stitches? I think I'm just going to roll hem all the way around, and then we'll gather the fabric to lower collar edge, maybe just by hand with some big back stitches. Because I don't, because at some point the fabric's going to need to be laundered. That collar, however, no water, no, it's keep that nice. If you stain it, you fix it very quickly, or you just figure out how to work it into the pattern as an afterthought, because it's not going nowhere. So if I need to throw it into the modern washer, the collar needs to be either somehow easily removable, either by hand stitches, as how it would have been done, a way it would have been done historically, or through hooks and bars or little poppers. And there's not a lot of strain. Poppers could work. We could do, but we don't need both poppers and backstitch. We might just hand stitch it in place when we get there. Yeah, so this half of the old duvet has buttonholes in it, so we might make that the side seams, because I think there's one on the opposite edge as well. And we could have that be the front and the back, but I, for one, don't necessarily love sitting on giant fun buttons. Those should be shown off, so that is going to be the side sections. All right, we are backstitch. Did I backstitch at the beginning? I don't think so. Where's the little snips I saw today? Ugh. All right, one spectacular rolled hem. I cut this yesterday so that I could let it hang overnight, just because it's cut on a circle and the fabric likes to relax when you cut it that way. So at least 6 to 8 hours. I've left stuff for months. It just gets better. Hello, Luigi. Welcome. I hope you are having a spectacular Wednesday. I'm just sewing some simple rolled hems right now before we get into some more fancy stuff. Oh, these are on. I unpicked these edges, and I think we're just going to use the original edges, stitch back over them. And ooh, more muted dress afternoon I see. Yes, we've got some just this light gray in a 50-50 linen cotton blend. Nice for summer. It's got a nice light hand to it. I'm sure there's going to be some lace, and we'll do some more funny business, but for right now, we're just starting with the basics. Hemming, which when I was sewing more with the modern machine, I would not use the same order of operations. Actually, you couldn't get modern rolled hem feet, so maybe I would, because I prefer this way the best. Yep, one old duvet cover into at least 2 garments, because I just needed a little bit more linen in my life. The 3 pieces that I made previously and do wear just weren't cutting it anymore. So I went to the Goodwill and found some linen bed sheets and said, clothes I shall have. And I'm all right with the colors. That's fine. For the one piece where the collar is completely the focus, so it could have been on any color. I just wanted a very simple cut, because the showpiece is the collar. It's not the dress or the the chemise, technically just beautiful underwear because I like it. We are just rambling today. It's getting hot. Oh, it's only 94. And that Jay is yelling up a storm. Hello, Jay. Oh, hey, Kilroy. Oh. Yes. I can't read. Sorry, Kilroy. Yeah, I'm finally cut into fabric. I also trimmed down the water-soluble stabilizer from the sampler bracelet and grabbed a section of the other water-soluble stabilizer, so if I get bored, we can stitch on that a little bit on top of the tulle, because I'm curious to note if there's a difference at the end, and if it leaves the tulle with a yucky texture I'm testing steps for that giant ridiculous project that's trying to consume all of my brain cells and it's like I'm trying to include too many things, so I'm just keeping it simple. Let's hear, Killer 8. When are you gonna hook up the TV? Oh, the TV you have, so I can see the chat. I did. It's more of me finding the best place to put the TV with all of the other. It's called cable management, and I don't know the right version of it yet. Yes, I blame it on cable management problems. I did, and then I also did not love seeing me in triplicate from the laptop monitor to the big screen to the camera viewfinder monitor. It was a lot seeing Phoenix in triplicate for my brain. So I just have to know where I like to look so that I set the big monitor up there, but then also I need to make sure that it's not in the camera view. Oh, I'm working on it. Just not there yet. I've got all the stuff. The technology works. It's just the configuring and then reconfiguring when it doesn't need to be hooked up to everything. But things are going to be life-changing when I have 3-prong grounded outlets everywhere, and there'll be significant more options. It's going to be amazing. It's the little things. But it's not that time yet, so just gonna work with what I got. Oh, rolled hems, the best. Oh, yeah. What did we have? Did I have anything fun on my... Oh, you know what helped? Okay. Got it. Hey, stop falling like that. What was I gonna say? What did I have? I found... Oh, why? Yeah, I don't know. Man, those volcanoes and earthquakes keep coming, though. Holy moly. Is Rainier gonna go? I'm gonna forget listening to this channel that checks out regularly the USGS monitoring sites for Rainier, and whether they are having so many events that human review can't keep up or something. There seems to be a discrepancy about whether or not there continues to be quite regular earthquake activity up at Mount Rainier, so that's fun. What's the possibility of a magma chamber underneath them and Sisters and Mount Shasta? Are they all gonna go? Can we get Mount St. Helens too? Can we get all the volcanoes to get funny? Yikes. I shouldn't wish for things like that. I'm not wishing, just I'm curious as to what that experience would be like. Oh well. The other thing with those water-soluble stabilizers, I'm curious about the experiment of rubbing my hands in gymnastics chalk, which is a magnesium. How is it? Just magnesium sulfate? It's a magnesium salt. Because you know what's a problem when it's hot and you're working with water-soluble stabilizer? That sometimes your hands get damp. You know what gets funny when it gets damp? Water-soluble stabilizer. So, it's a bit challenging to work on that project, or those attempts with the added challenge of sweaty palms. But I have a fix-all. I have a remedy. So, we're gonna try it. Either today or I could wear medical gloves. I do have I was thinking about that too. That is an option, Kilroy. That does also have the marginal downside of gloves make your hands sweaty after a while, so that at the end when I go to take the gloves off, I would also be sweaty. I did think about my tactical. I was like, maybe I just need to break out the sewing tactical gloves so I can have just a little grip. Actually, that is not a bad idea. Maybe we will experiment between medical gloves, the tactical gloves, and the gymnast chalk, because I have access to all three of those things. So why not? Oh yeah, I still got a whole other one of these. All right. And this is this is going to be the top section because there's no buttonholes on the sides of this material. So what am I going to do for that one? We're going to roll hem this one. Might as well pin in some side seams, and then we'll lay the yoke down, do some marks, and then cut, and then roll hem the whole thing. I did not cut the neck or the slits that I don't think I'm going to make for the waist on the petticoat because I didn't want that fabric to stretch overnight while it was hanging. So I just cut the section that is currently being hemmed. And 2 more rolled hem half circles shall be stitched. Excellent. Oh, stop, you noisy cars. Oh, hey, Loki. Hey, Tail. Do you think it's time? Do you want some snacks? You're just going to look handsome over there? All right, Loki just decided he's just going to he's going to play the part of a floor cat for right now during this portion of the show. And when he comes over, I'll open up the concession stand. Come on, Loki. Do you want snackies? Why is this? Oh, Phoenix. You're sewing like a doofus. You're misplaced everything. Don't. Okay. Oh, hey, come on. Let everybody know how much you love snacks. Come on, Loki. Come on. No, you're just going to sit under my feet. All right. Oh no. I activated double trouble. There is a cat on either side of me. Hey, boys. All right, I did this, didn't I? Do I need to? Do I need to? Do you think it's hot and I'll let you get away with being terrible tricksters today? Oh, and we have a cat down. All right, try that again. Come on. Come on, little dude. You can do it. I know you completely misjudged because of Mama's project. Free Frou in here. Where are you, Free Froofers? Oh, she's. I'm being glowered at from the throne across the room. All right, Free Froofers, let me run and give you some snackies. All right. Oh, you've got lots of snackies. All right. Do you want to? Come on, do you want to do something good? No. All right. You're pretending to do tricks. Oh, good job, Loki. I don't think we're on camera right there, though. Here, come here. Loki, come over here. Loki. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oops. And one for later. Loki. Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Look at you with those max. You grabby with those max pads. Oh, Luigi. Oh, good times, good times. All right, one more each. Then I'm going to close up the concession stand because this sewing is not going to stitch itself. All right, there's the lid. Snacks! Mom, we need more snacks. Give us snackies. We want all the snackies. You had snackies. Oh, finish eating that. I don't want snacks on the board. Okay. Oh, so good. So good. Hey, sweet boy. I know, I looked down and I was like, oh, I'm being flanked by cats. Like the patron saint of cats of the circus. We gather. Oh, hello. Oh, at least we get some cattail. Either show more of the machine or show more of where there's cute cats. And sometimes it's hard to know what to show. Oh, but all right, let me do a little bit more stitching here because it's not going to sew itself. I'm toying around notions for the more rusty terracotta colored linen section. It's like a tiered boho kind of thingamajiggy. I guess like a tiered petticoat. I want to add maybe short poofy sleeves with it. I haven't completely settled on a design, so I haven't cut yet. But, oh well, hey. I have made some progress on the large red rings for the next project, so that is good. I think, what is it? I thought to be on the safe side, I was going to make the chain 60 inches. I think I only need 44, but just in case. better to have more than to get to the end and be like, I need some more. So with my rough calculations, that equaled to about 60 of each, or is that going to make it 120 and I only need 30 of each? Oh no, because each motif is like an inch. Okay, I think I need 60 of each. I'll do the math. Here I am talking out loud. That project tries to occupy so much of my brain. And I'm like trying to figure out what flower motifs to make for the center section. But it doesn't matter because the outside chain, it makes sense to have that part done first. Get it blocked so I can spend more brain cells thinking about the designs for the center. I did some more sketching the other day, toying with a diamond motif rather than the circles. If they were going to look too... If I combined circles as little frames for the crochet motifs, I didn't want it to look too much like you're wearing an Easter egg necklace. But there is lots of diamond designs, and to lean with the frames being that geometric with the little crocheted organic flowers and some leaves. And then I'm still thinking of like gold black scroll work for the ground of that one, with maybe the red to have some machine embroidered little flowers in there, mixing it up a little bit. Yeah, so many ideas. I guess also, if the water-soluble stabilizer idea is a bust, we could just draw a map on my roll of thin paper and pin that down, and then just stitch on the paper. So I'm gonna be a little bit more careful with all my line work. Try to stitch really nice straight lines of even width and texture while sewing swirly leaves and vines. I don't want the eye to be drawn to all those spots where it's probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably a lot of creative people's things. Like, when you're the person making something always sees all the horrible flaws and just like focuses on them, versus folks who don't know any better or weren't there for the blood, sweat, and tears to the making of it, just like are like, wow, that finished whatever it is so amazing. And you're like, yeah, but this and this and this and this, rather than being like, you're right. There's those things that are funny, but most people aren't going to notice them. It's okay. Fix it if you have to or absolutely need to, but sometimes it's okay to leave them. I know I do. Alright, enough of that soliloquying. Got this panel, one left to go. Maybe we'll do this skirt first and I can kick the chemise down the bucket a little bit longer. Killer, only sewists will notice and they will understand exactly. They were like, oh, I feel your pain. And then maybe you could learn, maybe they have a helpful tip of like, oh, I like this way of doing such and such. And because I used to have that same problem. So it can be, yes. I concur, Kilroy. And if they're full of it, then you'll be like, thanks. And then You just go on with your day. I don't know why I'm this Shmi. It's so simple. It's getting the collar on. I'm just anxious, but it's going to be super simple because I'm just going to attach the collar at the front and the back. Everything else is going to be, the entire top is going to be rolled hemmed, and I don't have to worry about an underarm because I knew that the top was going to be the shoulder cap. It's fine, Phoenix. You measured it, you worn it. It's going to lay just right. Again, Phoenix is afraid to finish something lest she not like it, even though she's so excited by it. What brain, you are a silly one. Whatever. I know, I'll have to step back and think about what other things I might want to make for a little bit, because not testing things for the necklace project is going to take some time, but yeah, not everything. I don't think I want to get into a giant big sewing project, but if we can crack out a number of quickie things. Maybe it's time before the autumn sets in to do that that orange pumpkin colored flowered fabric that's going to be a jogger and this gathered bust crop top thingy majiggy. Yes, it might be time for that. Last rolled hem of the afternoon. No, probably not. I'm sure there's going to be at least one more rolled hem I'm going to have to do somewhere. Just not yet. Phoenix. We don't backstitch when we start on the rolled hemming. Only at the end, kid. What a day. It's not that hot. No, but we're coming off. I could not think the past couple days. It's not really summer unless it's triple digits at least twice, which check. All right, now if folks are going to complain and say they want it to be cold, I guess I can let that happen, but all this stuff. All the boxes and all the chickens, but such it is. Such it is. Yeah, so I'll knock around. Oh, that's right, because then there's some other random things still in my brain holes. We've got that 1840s stays pattern to finish, the paper piecing of, so we can get to the mock-up cutting of the fabric. No, just do the stitching. Yeah, there's a few things holding over that need to get on the done with list. And I'm sure some quickie little things. Oh, maybe I should finish that linen dress because I really want that for the end of summer to finish wearing, and the colors will blend perfectly into the next season. Oh, excuse me. It's the mid-afternoon slump time. Yeah, I'm also toying around maybe with, I don't know where I would fit it in where it was quiet, just some like just some quiet Phoenix sews, no talky, just sewy videos. But it's hard to find a time where it's quiet that I'm not doing a show and talking. So we'll see. Ooh, we're almost at the end. Okay. Yeah, so I guess the next section is laying the 2/2 down, laying the collar on top, because we'll need to cut that section, do the rolled hem there. Maybe we'll slip in some French seams for the side seams. And then the collar needs to be finished. The collar is still not done yet. But it will be quick. Maybe instead of cutting... Oh no, we'll just finish up the skirt so we can do something. Oh, which means more rolled hemming, because I will roll hem the opposite side that we're going to put the buttons on. As a nice finishing. Because I wonder if I should... Oh, Phoenix. Big ideas, and then you think about all the things that you probably should do, which would have been... to see... Oh, I do have some little scraps. I might sew a cut some of the extra to stitch and fold over as a facing if we're going to put buttons on there, because it probably needs more. That would probably benefit from being slightly more reinforced than me just sewing buttons on to this floopy fabric. Okay. Thinking. Or I could just not, and I might just do this hand stitching real fast, because it needs to get done. And I am here now. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just I'm avoiding cutting the neck, because once the neck and the arms are done, it feels like you're committed, and that's the place like it's either gonna cut or I'm just worried about it. And it's dumb. Last couple inches. Oops. Hello, Mona. Welcome. Hey, Horror. Welcome. Hey, Canada. I hope you are doing amazing and that life is good and all of the new things are good and spectacular. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Oh. Joy to my cold, dark heart you bring, sir. All right, all of our 4 halves to make 2 complete circles done. So, next, I know you've been away. I've missed your snark, sarcasm, and game show. I hope it's been a good being away. I need to very carefully, without snipping into the edge section, make little snips. There's nothing wrong with being unplugged. Oh, let me get the right side up instead of the wrong side up. I dream about just like going into analog hiding world, but for reasons it's nigh on impossible. Okay, so I'm just very carefully cutting very close, but not through, because through there would be genuine ugly crocodile tears. That would be the only response at this point. Then we'd figure out how to fix it, but we're not going to do it, so I'm not going to talk about that possibility. If the under fabric frayed a lot, I would just do one section, then do all the hand stitching, and then cut the bottom. This isn't going to fray, so I'm just going to cut notch all my circles. And I do this so that I can turn it to the wrong side and fold it over. And if I was super fancy, I'd fold it over again so we can hand stitch it down nicely, and it's all hidden on the inside without any of those stitches sneaking their way to the outside, because that would be a sign of poor stitching. This I'm going to just cut off because you are too big. You are not going to fit nicely. Yeah, did you run away to the woods? I just hope it was good, and I'm glad. I'm touched to see you, sir. Okay, now I'm feeling anxious. Okay, don't rush, Phoenix. My scissors are squeaky. Oop, don't move the fabric with the scissors open unless you're cutting. Oh my goodness. All right, we're almost at the other end. And then I'll just find some white thread, thread up a needle, and do some hand stitching super fast. Because it doesn't need to be the... Oh, we are back at the beginning. And there we are. There we go. I can turn this over so that the wrong side is facing. Or just take some white. We'll go into our dish of destiny and find a sewing needle. Because even though I've got needles in little containers everywhere, I bet there's also one sitting here where it probably shouldn't. I'm gonna make a liar out of myself. No, I don't need the bodkin. I'm sure there is, but it's not worth looking for it. All right, where do we know that needles live? Oh, in our needle dolly, needles live. Oh, look in the other needle box before we... Next. Oh, just... Needle dolly, what do you have for me in here? Ah, you look good. All right, I just have one needle, so little. I don't know. Whatever I pulled out, it's the right needle today. I'm not gonna wax my thread because I don't want the wax to discolor the lace work. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I am... Let's do an arm's length. I'm gonna do this other... Words, Phoenix. Where's your needle? I have a bad habit for some reason, whether it's my thimble, I don't know why. But recently, if I have been stitching and I sew with it doubled over, but through only with one thread through the eye of the needle, I end up snapping the thread. So I learned in some of the other fiber things to cut your length of thread and double it over first. So I'm going to thread 2 threads through the eye and not get lipstick on it. And this way I will still have doubled thread. Oh, use your threading bird, you silly goose. And the loop at the opposite end I can use so that I don't have to make a knot. So it's twofold good. We are threaded. Okay, so what I meant was zoom hand sitting position. Okay. So here I'm going to take this little section, fold it in half, or fold it a little bit, fold it over some more, hold everything, take my threaded needle and catch all the layers, but I don't want to see the needle through the opposite side. I just want to get through a section of it. And at the opposite end of the 2 little loops, the 2 tails is a little loop, and I can just catch that. And I think, did I say backstitch? Let's do a running backstitch because I want it to be done faster. But it needs to be secure, but I don't think it needs to be running stitch secure. So I'm going to just take a bite, take a stitch. We'll maybe do 2 stitches and then a back stitch. So I did 1 stitch. I'm going to take another bite and do a second stitch. And it's stitch number 3, which kind of coincides with the edge of this section. I'm going to take a bite and then go back to where the last stitch ended and take another bite, basically the same that I just did. Back stitch done, and I'm going to continue around until I get back to the beginning, and or I need to rethread the needle, which will probably happen first. But this is good because then I can sit and read chat easier. It's Wednesday work days and we are here making stuff. Yeah, I'm trying not to go overboard picking out crochet new motifs because I know in my Pinterest board I've probably got like a gajillion. And I might just pick out 2 or 3 different little flowers. I don't need a gajillion. And repeat the motifs. Maybe I'll just do things in groups of 3s because that is a pleasing design concept, I'm told. So we've got 3 colors. I'm going to do 3 flowers. We'll figure it out. So I'm just folding it in half, folding it over again so there's no raw edges. And you can see there's the front side, and you can't tell there's it's an illusion that there's anything behind you underneath the design, but there's a whole other layer holding it all together. Magic. Smoke, mirrors, and magic. Kind of need a thimble, but oh well. And if the materials and the thread were super different, you either choose to make a conscious decision to contrast or you hide everything. So it doesn't matter. You just be consistent and stick with it and don't bleed on the white sections. No, don't do that. Okay, just gonna continue. Oh, we're doing the little section. Ugh. All right. Ooh. Hey, trucks. Well, that's a noisy one. Though I do have to say, it is kind of nice not having all this shrubbery at the spot where you have to make a turn. It's like, oh, I can see in all the directions. Brilliant. Okay. What's next? Oh, and you know what? Even if it does accidentally show through, it's fine. Nobody's really looking that close. And it's going to get lost on the opposite side. Okay. Just stitch it. Stitch it. Grab your needle, threaded no. Doesn't work right now in my head. Wow, we are babbling a lot. I think I need to talk more because the sewing, I can't, that what kind of a huge stitchery shenanigans was that? And sometimes we take 15 16th inch stitches just for no reason. Yikes. Don't sew through your skin. This is not that show right now. That's premium content. Okay, Phoenix. Though I do, sometimes I would just like, wouldn't it be fun to just have a piercing act? But I know that's definitely gross for a lot of people. You're like, why would you want to just like stick needles and pins in you? But redundant skin makes some things not hurt so as much as it should. All right. Phoenix, just rethread the needle. You keep saying these things, but not acting on them. So that is just cheating yourself and the audience. Get in that hole, please. Slide it. There we go. Even with the threading bird sometimes. Oh, Kilroy, stop. I'm not getting new glasses yet. There we go. All right. And in this episode of Phoenix Threads the Needle, oops, we throw the mic overboard, try not to rip shit, and relax because we're actually really excited about what we're working on. It kind of is one of the important parts about making. Are you enjoying what you're making? Ooh, I'm going to be making dinner in a little bit. That's what I'm going to be making. Are we having tacos? Maybe. Yeah, so I had the loop from the one end, and then I've got the two. They get all uneven in length. It doesn't matter. We just stitch till we get kind of the end. We're going to make, maybe we'll do extra fine quality, no knots, and we'll do two little back stitches we'll make a little cross to hold everything together so it's nice and flush with no knots, because I've been told that signs of amazing, very high quality stuff is there's no knots and your outside, the wrong side, should look just as beautiful and well finished as the front side. So we know standards we try to live up to. We're just not always very good at them. Oh, stomach. Mi estómago, oh, oh, oh. Yo quiero comido now. Oh. All right, never mind that. This Phoenix trying to make up parody vocab in a language that is not fluent in. We're going to sing about my hungry stomach to the tune of Sweet Caroline. Welcome to today's Misadventures. Misadventures with Phoenix. All right. Took some little stitches. Let me stand up and remember that unless I move the mic, you cannot hear me talk. I need to. Yeah, so I just tucked everything over, stitched it nicely, ran out of thread, so now we will rethread and continue as I have been before. Because then we can lay... I'm going to cut the neck a little bit deeper than the yoke so I've got some room to gather, because if I do it completely, then there's going to be no room for me to like fit my triceps through, because I've been doing them push-ups. Okay, so I take my thread, fold it in half, don't drop everything, and we'll stuff the two ends through the needle. I guess you could also take the... whatever. This is the way we're gonna do it. You do it however you like. Where did I lose the needle to? There you go. I hear you. Knock, knock. Oh, don't get stuck in. Yeah. That was fun. The tip of the threading bird tried to get stuck in the tool. How thoughtful of a tool was that? I don't know if our Phoenix, I think you're sinking. These jokes are not going to buoy you up. It's an operation that needs more hands, or one of those Victorian birds that you attach to the table that acts as another hand. But I didn't know these tools exist, and I've never seen one in real life. I did see, for whatever reasons that I was looking, that allegedly in 2027, International is going to have a new Scout, but it's going to be all electric, and it's going to start at $80,000. Is it going to be as good as the OG models? And holy moly, $80,000 for a car. That's crazy talk. And didn't I see that one of the, at least one naval shipping company decided that they're no longer going to be transporting electric vehicles because of the insane problems with the battery fires that literally are uncontrollable once started. So that sounds fun. Crazy. Oh, did I? Yeah, so I started on the inside the last time around, and this time around I'm starting on the outside, but they both need to get done, so I guess it Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Do, 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 do. Oh, Phoenix, stop assaulting their ear holes with that terrible rendition of that song. We are not. Welcome to Wednesdays, where I do whatever I want in the sewing room because it's the middle of the week and sometimes it's shitty. And I just need to stitch shit. And usually I can rely on the crutches of my sweet sewing machine. But right now, this portion of this project has to be done by hand. Oh, maybe we'll try that for next week. I do have a 10-minute little video clip. We could try doing a little watching of it with some commentary about the first. Allegedly, there is an AI embroidery sewing machine. So we could, maybe I'll be planned for next week as my crutch. We can watch that. What is wrong with this thread? All right, something's funny, but we're just gonna stitch around the circle we go. I just wanted to go around. Oh, what's that song? Oh, Phoenix. Okay. I'm gonna do another back stitch. I know, super thrilling sewing content. It's not always high-speed machines and needle breaks. Sometimes we just have to do stuff by hand. Hello, Relax. Welcome. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm having super mixed feelings about the lack of the show on a sub because I was getting my boat puns worked out, and then part of my brain was like, oh, Phoenix, wouldn't that be super awesome if you had an epically long 4.5-hour show and then we all went in there singing, typing, chanting, I saw the boat and it opened up my eyes. Or what was the other, whatever. But silly captain's got to go being sick. Hopefully he gets better. But yeah, so I attempted to have extra ambitious goals for today, and I knew that the hand stowing was going to take up some time, but alas, you're stuck on this little shit show with me. No, thank you, everybody. Actually, I do really appreciate everybody who comes and hangs out or just is amused to be working and lurking, because I honestly find that almost to be a very sign of quality disasterdom. You're like, I just show up. I don't even want to chat, but that disaster's so good to listen to. So now we've got an extra 2 days to work on boat puns, so hit me with your best shot. Fire away, hit me with your best shot. I know, chat's coming in and out today. That's one of those days, but that's the way the Wednesdays work. I'm just glad I made my Wednesdays so that I can make this time happen. Because then I work for 2 days, get to look forward to a show, work for 2 more days, and get to look forward to 2 shows. And I found that's a very satisfying way to structure my week, though every week is exactly like every other week. But welcome to being an adult. The job that has no seasonality. Frida Fruffers, why? What did that carpet do to you? Why? Why don't you come over and look pretty? I need a distraction. I need a cat. Come on. I need a will you be my co-host? Will you be my co-host? Oh, this would have been even better if I brought a pillow to rest this on my knee, because I kind of like it here better than stitching over the table. But... okay. There we go. Oh, and the smoke's been coming. There's so many little fires. I keep like losing track, but there's nothing still that's like, oh, welcome to the forest fire. Which is also good. Oh, we don't have a great enough. I got questions for Canada, but I don't know if our Canadian. I'm definitely missing, I suspect, one Canadian representative, and I think the other one might have chatted and ran, which is a-okay. I never expect anybody to feel compelled to hang out with me. But enough about that diddle-daddering. Yeah, so I'll save Canadian topics for when we get more Canada, because holy moly, Canada, what the fuck? At least 6 people with $28,000 fines, and I will leave that teaser there. Oh, and I do need to say, I mentioned it in somebody's chat, but I feel weird tagging Rumble people on, or maybe I should just email it to them, because I think what they're doing with the I noticed an error for premium paying members to channels, that if said channel isn't currently a hugie or in the creator program, they don't have access to pushing a button that says premium content. So people are getting a benefit that they didn't have before, but they're still not being able to access it. So I could grump from the creator's point, but more, I think being the one on the member really is losing. I feel bad for that. But all right, that's my what's going on. What do I have thoughts on? Oh, we talked about the earthquakes. We didn't look at that. Oh, right. Killer, are you still here? Do we have any is there any notes on potential causes for that ginormous explosion at the U.S. Steel plant in Pittsburgh? I just know it was like it was horrible, but I'm curious. And that's super sucky too. We are not making enough stuff, and then the stuff that we are making is so many times in facilities that are so old and decrepit that there's safety hazards. And then it's, oh, we've got less output, but we need more. Like, ugh. Okay. I'm having happy stitches. We're making happy stitches because this collar on this chemise is going to be amazing. That nice gray is just going to set off the colors. I need to rethread. I've got a super long mismatch, so I'm just going to make it a little bit more uniform because it just makes it easier for this next part of rethreading. Oh my god. Yeah, the floor cats are lounging. Everybody's like, it's too hot. We're not interested in participating. We had our snacks. It's almost dinner time. We're done. Oh wow. It's just you and me threading bird. Okay. I'll stop No, I'm going to continue making funny faces while I try to struggle. Actually, while I am struggling doing the threading. We are back in stitches. When's the last time I did a back stitch? Maybe I'll do one real fast. Obviously, I'm paying very close attention to my impeccable handwork finishings on this section, but hey, there might be a cat fight on the floor in a second here. No. They're just sprawled under the ceiling fan of like, ugh, we're melting, we're melting. Oh, that's where the holes are. This next section's going to be coming up shortly. Is going to be super fun, where I accidentally ripped the tool trying to tighten it in the hoop that one day. That was fun. I'm also glad I was like working along on that little bracelet mock-up piece, and I was like, I don't have to, this doesn't have to be a thing. I can just throw some stitches down enough to get a sense of what a bigger piece of more of it is going to do. But I don't have to like do the whole thing if I don't want to. You can do your other sample and also just do enough. And that is fine. We don't need a beautiful finished object at the end. Just need the knowledge that we gained through the experience. The back stitch. I'm also not going to take out the green basting thread. I kind of like it. And I've also stitched over that I think if I tried to, I might cause catastrophic failures in the final garment, so I'm not going to do that either. Oh, my resting sewing face is not very exciting. I'm kind of like, I should practice smiling, like I say. My resting concentration face should be something pleasant. Or not. Ugh. Right. Super exciting, stitching it around, but has to happen. I've been procrastinating this step, so we will just work on it because it's Wednesday. Ooh, I'm at the end of this thread. So I'm going to do a series of back stitches. Oh, you know what I didn't do the last time was sink the thread. So I'm just going to push it through all of the layers and cut close instead of trimming the thread on the top. Just hides where the tail is, so it makes it more difficult to come undone. Those are the big fancy words. I'm trying to be good by not cutting too much thread, so I only do a wingspan. So if I cut too much, then it gets too long, but my wingspan is about 60 inches, so that is a reasonable length for your thread, because too long and you just end up with knots. Trust me. In your head, it's like, oh, it's going to save time. It doesn't. It adds time. Loki, what are you doing to your sister? It's hot and you're being feisty. Come on. No, why don't you come on over? I could really use a petting break. As in, you come over and let me pet you. All right, fine. That animal act. They only listen if I've got food in my hands. Every time. No food, no attention. Come on, sweet boy. You gonna come keep me company? Come on, I got a huge empty section for you. Yeah, you're gonna be like that. You want more snacks. It's almost dinner time. We're just gonna be here for a little bit longer today. I know, me and the show around dinner time. But I still got some stitching to do because we're still not done with our rings yet. So slowly but surely we make our way around. This section is not notched. I'm gonna trim off some extra. Okay, that felt really scary. Haphazardly cutting in my lap. Don't do that. Cut on a flat surface. Know where your shears are in regards to your fabric, lest you invite disasters into your project. Okay, what? So we're gonna do that. What do I want to do for that that other linen dress? Do I want to stitch channels so I can have a little under bust, waist, nippage? Do I want to finish this thread and then work on that skirt so I can have a completed project also? Maybe I'm going to table this and let's work on that other section. Because I feel like it. What piece are you? You are that. Oh, you are the ones behind me. Oops. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use the original fold line that I probably didn't need to cut. We're going to stitch over that really fast. And then, oh no, do we need to set in the triangles first? This is where I'm a bit confused. Also, Venus, where did you throw the pieces that you need for this section? Okay, so I've got one. Oh, that is the waist section. What is happening? Breen, why are you not working? Oh, because I need to... Okay. Where... Because I didn't make the slits to set in the triangle gourd section. That's why my brain is like, what? Something about this does not look right, but I need those matching pieces so I can make the cuts the same length, because if I don't, then there's going to be funny business. So I just found the center of both fabrics. I'm going to nest one into the other, double check that my sections align accordingly. Oh, they're in front of you, Phoenix. All right, and here's the triangles I need to set in. All right, wow, my brain is going a gajillion places and not making sense to probably anybody or myself right now. Ooh-wee, that Mountain Dew is so magical. Okay, so I've got those sections all lined up. I've got 4 triangle pieces. That one of them is still attached, so I'm just going to free this from its pail. Oops. Make sure I know where we're cutting. I should have 4 pieces. 4. All right, 2 pieces and 2 pieces. I'm going to set 2 aside and take 2 because I only want to cut as far as the length of the short side of the triangle. So I'm going to line all the pieces up very carefully. So I got all my raw edges. I've got my folded section. Everything taut, shaking it because I'm not using pen. We are sewing dangerously. Make sure that I've got this side all lined up nicely. Why are you cold? What's going on here? Just lay. Oh, thank you. Welcome to this disaster. Thank you, helper. Oh, it's probably easier if I like stand and fluff this out. So what I'm trying to do is make nice straight lines while holding stuff in the air, which never really leads to me being 100% beautifully successful. I have 4 of them. And I can't count. I give up. Oh, Killer, welcome to the jungle. Yes. Welcome to the jungle. Hey, microphone stand. Stop, stop, stop. In the name of love. I kind of feel like just being brazen and cutting this, but let's do this slightly the right way. I'm gonna lay everything. Let's find the 4 corners. Ooh, that was super shaky. Hey, catch up video. It's being distracted. And it's not time for... Oh, Ailey's not here. It's almost time for snackies. But not quite. I'd like to pretend I finished something. Okay. I don't need to cut anything. I need to just know where to sew because there's these 2 halves that aren't stitched together, and I'm just gonna set this inside. This is not attached. This goes here. Okay. Finally, my mental gymnastics of figuring out how to do this. I'm glad I did not cut because we don't need to cut. Because this top section of this triangle is the waistband. This gore gets slitted into the side seams. If it was a giant circle, we'd need to make cuts. But I've got 2 halves of the circle, so okay. That felt like a lot of mental gymnastics, but finally we made it. So I just need 1 piece of fabric of the triangle on one side of the fold, and then the other on the opposite side of the fold. And we're gonna stitch this new super sandwich together along this one edge, do the opposite edge, and then repeat. Yes? Let's just see what happens. I have too many fabrics together. What? Phoenix, why is this so hard? My brain is super confused right now. Even though I know this should be straightforward, I'm getting super distracted. I'm like, I can't think straight. What a silly kid. Yep. In the jungle, the scary jungle, the projects loom at night. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. You know what, Phoenix? We could just stick some pins in, hold it up, and then have a visual representation instead of just trying to think conceptually of something that we need to know in the real world is actually going to work. What a novel idea. Okay, so I need it to be pinned on this side, and then I need this side pinned. Put the pin, okay. Okay. Let's do it this way. I've got both the 2 half circles laying out in front of me. And this to the one with the button side. And then to the opposite side. And there's the waistband with the V. Okay, this does work. It I think, okay. So let me throw some pins in the side seam. Because I don't, oh, maybe we'll do that. I'm just going to pin stuff. We'll see if I get some more sewing done before the top of the hour or if I just throw in the towel. I haven't decided yet. Not throwing in the towel yet. I'm putting in pins. Oh, maybe we'll just add some more lace. Yep. When in doubt, we just add more decorations to our shit to just cover up disasters. Because we're getting some super chunky seams. So why not make them even more chunky by sewing ribbon on top to cover up the raw edges right by the buttons. The buttonholes. We'll figure it out. I'm losing my voice. Don't do that. Okay, pinning along, because there we can see from the original duvet cover the buttonholes. I don't want to cover them, so I'm taking the opposite end that I unpicked, folding it over, because who didn't press after they unpicked? Yup, I was brazen. I chose to not care, but now it's brilliant because I'm reusing those lines, those original stitched fold lines to hold everything together. Until I get to where the gore section is, because maybe I can sew all of this in one fell swoop. And maybe I can't, but to understand for my brain to know where I'm supposed to be sewing next, I need things held together a little bit more than they were. Okay, so there's one half of the waistband. The other. Because then this is kind of like with the gores for the corset, the way we do that floopy doopy way and stitch it all open. Okay, we've done this technique before. We know what we're doing sometimes. You're supposed to be pinned. No, you're not. You're not in the sandwich like you're supposed to be. Okay, just adjusting the layers of my sandwich, rechanging the direction of the pins, because I'm going to sew the gore continuously through the sandwich. There's the other half of my sandwich. Okay. There's the last of the short edge. I'll pin the other short edge, and then we'll see if we do some stitching. Okay, now there's the unpinned half that I should have. Okay. Oh, okay. Finally. I do know what I'm pretending to do here. Pinned one short end of the triangle, gripping all the sides, because I can do this layer of stitching in one motion if I have the pins laid in the right way. If I've got it on the wrong way, the pins are upside down and it doesn't work so nicely to try to pull out pins from the bottom of your project. That's just silly. Then they get caught in the feed dogs and silliness ensues. So we've got one for one half of the circle, and then there's another panel for the second half of the circle. Oh, there you go. So I thought I cut all these layers as one so that they would be roughly the same size. They are. It's me. Let me stitch this down. Okay. Okay, we're all tucked in nicely. Do I want to... Yeah, we'll do the side seam first and then the waistband, because that makes more sense. There's the side seam. Oh, you know what, Phoenix? You might need a presser foot to stitch this, because we're not doing our embroidery stitching right now. We're actually trying to make clothes. Okay. Gonna do the side seam until I get to the gore section, and then we'll sew some gores. And hopefully it's not too gory. Let's go. Go down to that. All right, just readjusting things a little bit. Some got not so right. Did I just cut? How? Let's start with a threaded sewing machine, because stitches do not make through an unthreaded needle. Take 5,499,000. Oh, come on. And of course, where did I leave the threading bird again? There we go. Found it! Okay. I really want to have something done by the end of the show, but we've done parts of things, but there's nothing that's like, I finished that whole thing. That's okay. It's okay, Phoenix, to have delayed gratification. Oh, here. Too much in my face. How about we try there? Okay, I like that better. Just need a little bit of space between you and me, Mike. Getting a little close there. Oh, I'm almost at the triangle. Then we can do a quick little back stitch. Okay, I'm going to do a quick back stitch. Then we'll sew this triangle section. Triangle man, triangle man. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Here. Flute around here, and so I'm going to do all this sewing that's going to be on the inside, then can flip the triangle pieces right side up, do a little pressy, and then once we get the other one in, I'll probably sew like a bias band around to just add one more layer and hold all the stuff together. And I'm just trying to know where all of my little pieces are, because I'm getting to be not paying attention to what I'm doing, which means it must be close to the end of the Wednesday. All right, I'm almost at the peak of the triangle. Let me turn the corner and do the same thing. Oh, that pin didn't get flipped. Oh, did I? All right, one side of my pins are the way I want, and the other side are on the wrong side. So just don't. All right, Phoenix, be mindful. Don't sew over the pins. Okay. We're going to do a little funny business at this section. This might be the center back because it's going to be bad. All right, I'm just real quick flipping where the pins are. If I was feeling brazen and not on air and not so hot and unpaying attention, I probably would just skip the pins, but I don't think that's a good idea for me right now, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm just being really careful because I need to make sure I'm catching all the layers like I'm supposed to, because we've got the side seam. I want to just make sure there's no giant sections that are unstitched. Those are your words, yeah, Phoenix. You need to close this show soon, because your wordsmithing is unprecedented disasterness. I think also I forget that I don't need to sew right on the edge. I can waste a little fabric and have fatter seams. And you're less likely to stitch over the edge. Okay, just laying up the layers of my sandwich again. All right, one triangle waistband half did. What does this look like in real life? I don't know. Let's see. Hey, waistband. There's a little hole I need to fix, but neat. And I do. Oh, this V waistband shape. Ellie's been trying to get us to do this for quite some time. I think we might be hooked. Oh, is that where the button is? I'll just fix that. So I've got one more of those to do and one more side seam, but I think I'm going to do that quietly myself. I think I'm going to call it a show before the cats have their dinner because I'm getting grouchy and I want to be nice Phoenix, not mean Phoenix. But thank you everybody who hung out with me and the cats during the show today. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to keep us on in the background while whatever it is you're doing. On that note, don't wait till tomorrow to be No, Phoenix, what are you doing? I will be back here at a sewing machine Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific and again on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific. Killer Canadian foreign influence on this show. Yes, those our dear Canadian meddlers. But we learn so much from them. We appreciate and value them. All right, don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today. Don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself, and I will see you next time. All right, thanks, bye!